West Visayas State University, internal medicine and occupational medicine sa Bacolod Doctors Hospital, specialization din sa meron siyang diabetes and obesity courses in the Institute for Studies on Diabetes Foundation. Consultant siya to many hospitals and medical centers in the Philippines, including even San Miguel Corporation. He's a past president of the Rotary Club of Bacolod. They come from Bacolod. He's one of our pioneer in Bacolod, in building the area of Bacolod and Iloilo. He just started, giving this product to his patients. Pero the more he share it, the more amazing stories ang nagagather niya. Kaya naging deeply involved siya. Hindi na siya makaalis. And maganda kasi marami na rin siya na invite ng mga doctors even in Iloilo to be part of his organization. I'm very happy and proud to introduce to you our brand new Diamond Den from Bacolod, Dr. Nick Vargas.
Thank you very much, Mr. Mercado. A very kind introduction. Business partners, guests, a pleasant and happy, blessed morning to all of you, to all of us. I would like to thank Mr. Mercado and the STEMTech Philippines I would like to thank Mr. Mercado and STEMTech Philippines for giving me the privilege to share to you, to disseminate information, and to be aware of our number one enemy of our health, which is the diabetes mellitus. And our number one killers in the Philippines nowadays, which is the complication of the diabetes. So how can we conquer and combat with our enemies? So we need a defender, so we need help, so we need a hero for that. So what is the role of our stem cell for this? So this afternoon, we will tackle the question, can diabetic complication, which is the number one killer, can be prevented? So, how about our stem cell? What's the role of our stem cell? So our stem cell has the power to defend us or to protect us. So diabetes mellitus is growing so fast in the Philippines. So there is an emerging rise in the incidence and prevalence of diabetes in the Philippines. That's why four agencies unite for Diabetic Philippines. With these four agencies, I was involved in the two agencies, Diabetes Philippines and the Institute of Studies on Diabetic Foundation Incorporated. So, with this case, with the emerging rise of diabetes, we are worried and afraid that there will be an epidemic of diabetes soon. So, if we review our statistics, in 1990, in the diabetes, there is a 1 in every 100,000 case population in the Philippines. In 1990, diabetes was not included in the top 10 most common diseases in the Philippines. After 10 years, there's an increased rise in diabetes. So 1 case in every 10,000. At that year, diabetes was among the top 5 most common cases in the Philippines. So after 10 years, 2010, there is an emerging rise in the cases of diabetes in the Philippines. And diabetic complication is the number one most common mortality in the Philippines in 2010. That's why we started to have our form our organization in this one. But we, at that time, we predicted that in 2025 there will be an epidemic of diabetes. But last December 2013, we were able to review the statistics. It was found out that 60 to 70% increase of our diabetes. So we expected to have 2025 for the epidemic. But with this rise of cases of diabetes, so we expect, we're afraid that there will be a 2016 to 2017, there will be an epidemic of diabetes. Yeah. So with this, in 2013, this is where we unite the 4 societies in our diabetes. So we form groups, we have awareness program for that to fight diabetes. So let's help our Philippines for this coming epidemic in the Philippines. And I think the STEMTech Philippines, with our product, STEM Enhance and STEM Flow, has a great role in this fight to fight diabetes. So what are our scope and awareness program to fight for diabetes? Number 1, screening. So this screening is one of the most important in our awareness program because 60 to 70% of cases are unaware of diabetes. So usually once we diagnose diabetes, this already have complication. So who should be screened? So we start screening at age 40. So why 40? Based on our prevalence study, we have found out that the cases of diabetes started to arise at age 40. And in age 40, this is the start where there's a problem in our metabolism. This is the start of our hormonal imbalance. The pancreas started to decline to produce our insulin. So whether you have symptoms or not at age 40, I suggest you have to check your blood sugar at age 40. There's also an earlier testing for that. So you can have your test as early as 30 with risk factors. So what are the risk factors for testing diabetes at the earlier stage? Number 1 is family history. So if you have a strong family history, both sides, parents, or one side, you are high risk for diabetes, and diabetes occur at the earlier stage. I was also a victim of that, and at age 32, I was diagnosed to have diabetes. Because of the strong family history, both parents of mine are diabetic. So I am a diabetic patient. I am 47 now. I am diabetic for more than 15 years also. So another risk factor is obesity. So yung matataba, you have to test earlier than that. So in testing the obesity, you have to test, it's really easy. You have to get your weight in kilogram over your height in centimeter. So if you have 29, total 29, you are obese or overweight. We suggest to get your blood sugar at earlier age, at I think 30 to 35 years old. Another one for the ladies, you have polycystic ovary. I suggest you have to check at age 30 because if you have polycystic ovary, you are high risk for diabetes. And another predictor, it's really easy, you get the measure of that. The waist circumference. For the male, if you have waist circumference of 33, you have to check your sugar at the earlier stage. For the female, it is 35. Say waist circumference. We're not getting the weight for the high waist. Or if you are overweight, we're more common on the waist circumference because this is a great predictor for cardiovascular and metabolic diseases. So what are the diagnoses about diabetes? You have heard of the fasting blood sugar. So if it's your first time to be screened, so we suggest to get a fasting blood sugar. So it's an overnight fasting. We'll test your insulin sensitivity in a fasting state. So random blood sugar is you can test. It's common on the obese. If you are obese, you can check it 2 hours after meal. If you have the insulin resistance for that. So it's also a test for the effect of your medication. So if you have already medication, we suggest to get a random blood sugar against fasting blood sugar for that. We have also what we call the 2 hours oral glucose tolerance test. This is what we get if you have pre-diabetes or borderline diabetes. For example, in our latest recommended test, 110 of blood sugar is the pre-diabetic state, or up to 124. So 125 is full-blown diabetes. You have to check that. You are given 75 grams of sugar, and after 2 hours, you get your sugar. It's also for those who have gestational diabetes, yung nabubuntis. You have to get 2 hours oral glucose tolerance test for that. And about the treatment, it depends on your attending physician. If you get your sugar and you have the result, you go to your attending physician for proper management.